Hi there, and welcome back to Productions Feedback. So, I have in front of me Colin Franklin, and he says, "We are the change that people seek. I am the change. You are the change. Let's be great and continue to grow, uplift, and liberate ourselves and those around it. Let your mind be free to receive new way of thought, new ways of action. May we never be stagnant on our journey. Let's create." All right, let's do this. Hardstyle. My God. Oh no, it's not hardstyle, freestyle. Oops.
I've been inside, tryna think outside. Got me inside, I can't think right, I can't think right, I can't get right, tryna get right. Many times, many thoughts, many songs, many coughs, many stuck in fighting war, plenty shots, many nights I was stuck in awe, yeah, stuck in ghosts, seeing ghosts, I was fucking lost. Now I'm back now, put my back down on it. Ain't no blanks now, am I done now? Got it. Talk just in case you really, really want it up. You don't want it up. Ain't no telling where you wander up.
All right. Um, let me give 1 minute in. Let me go on the music part first. Um, I like your low end, your bump and your low bass line are definitely on point. It feels soothing. Um, on the higher end part, I have the feeling the spread could be a little bit could be a little bit more crisp, more a little bit more clarity. Um, your voice is already quite low. Men generally have already a little bit of a lower frequency on the spectrum. So your voice is on some points tends to interfere with the lower end. Um, this is not necessarily a problem. However, what is important is that to compensate for that is that you have a little bit of an crisp on the hi hat. Of course, you have the hi hats, um, but if you can do something with the hi hats to have a little bit more prominence, a little bit more spread as well in the top end, so in the stereo widening, stereo separation, I should say. That would really work well. Um, Also, you went a little bit overboard with the autotune. I guess this is part of freestyling, but my God, um, I'm really wondering how is your voice without autotune? Are you still able to stay in sync, stay um, in frequency? I'm not saying that autotune is bad. There are lots of examples that made it very popular. Daft Punk, Cher, you name it. Apparently a host of rappers as well. Um, but when you make a song, as in when I saw your uh, text and what message you try to convey, um, try to keep it as natural as possible. And autotune is helpful, but if you can also make yourself clear and error free, so singing in tune without the auto tune, I would highly recommend that because it supports your purity, what you try to convey in your message.
Cause I'm itching in the first place. In the best case, punch you in the face. For fuck's sake, I can't wait forever. My
What was that? Wait, is that on point? Yeah, yeah, okay, that's on point, but totally not expecting. Okay, I would say this is creative outburst. Maybe have your instrumental here give a little bit of a signal that this is happening. I like it. It's a surprise. It catches my ears like what? Um, but that's you can play with instruments. I don't say heavy white noise risers and that kind of things, but something as small as a reverse crash with a little bit of reverb might do the trick here and there to glue the parts a little bit better. This was cool but raw and rough.
Get up, let out, let it out, let it out. Get out, fuck around, shots stare out, fell out, let it out, you ready? You sick butter, you wanna get it? Where the bread, where the money? Get a letter, it's never better. I've been inside, tryna think outside, got me inside. I can't think right, I can't think right, I can't get right, tryna get right.
That background pad, that vocal pad, I find it really cool. I don't know how you did that, but that's um, definitely something that I could see that can be your signature sound somewhere, some in your other songs as well. You can go a lot of ways with that. That's pretty cool. Enjoy yourself responsibly. All right. No, I actually don't have that much to say about this production. You know the basics of stuff, and aside from parts that I would say you can improve upon, are like the cherries on top. So all in all, pretty dope song. I like the beat. You saw me head banging because that's what white guys do. No, just kidding. Um, and yeah, there's not much to say other than that. Keep on going. Yeah, perhaps in your lyrics, I see um, when I see your message in Facebook, what you try to convey, there was just little of that left in the video and in the lyrics itself. So I was kind of missing a story. Instrumentally, I would say this is pretty sound and solid. On the lyrics part, I would say it should have been done better. I was expecting more of a storytelling, and right now um, it had some parts highlighting your pain, and then that was it. I only felt that you wanted to share your pain and struggle, and that is great. That's definitely part of a song. Um, but if you really want to have your fans to stay, it would also be interesting to provide some kind of solution or some kind of vision to go about it or think about it. Um, Remember that people are very sensitive to people that are very solution driven. Um, and I think that if you can put that in your lyrics or jokes to relevate. What's the Dutch word? We call that relevate, but in English it's called um, to put it in perspective. To put it in perspective, as this with some jokes, could really make the lyrics explode. Um, and remember that lyrics in that regard also need to be somewhat um, relatable, sing along. People tend to remember lyrics. Instrumentals are close second, but they tend to remember voices and the songs. And singing along is perhaps one of the biggest or the biggest participation fans can do with, well, artists. And as you want to become bigger, you want to have fans and so on. um, Having your lyrics to be adapted to be more sing along possible would absolutely help and be beneficial. All right, I just wanted to share that. I'm always yawning when I'm recording videos of seeing myself. Really weird. Um, anyway, that's what I have to say about it. I hope you can do something with this feedback for your next video. And I want to thank you for this great piece of music nonetheless. I see you trying genuinely. That is already really cool to see. So, on that, cool. All right, have a good day, man. And to the rest of my fans as well that are watching this video.